Hello everyone, it is princess_mini4 and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, this is going to be me seeing if I ovulate. If you guys are new here, please make sure you hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a post. Alright you guys, so pretty much I got me a cycle on September 26, 2025. And I was on cycle day 39, so it was like 5 through 7 days late. I don't understand why my period comes late. Some months it's like 28 days, 30 days, 31 days. It's like that. And then like randomly it'll do like 39 days, 45 days. So I'm like, what? You know, it's so weird. Being a female is so weird. It's not for the weak. But I was diagnosed on June 5th with stage 2 endometriosis, and I had a cyst as well, but they removed my cyst. A backstory, I got my cycle when I was 9 years old, and since the age of 11, I've been having moderate to severe cramping for 3 days of a month during my cycle, every single month. So yeah. And I went to my first specialty, pediatric GYN, when I was 13. And it took me 10 years to finally get a diagnostic laparoscopy to see why I'm having horrible cramping. So it took 10 years for that. Then I find out that I have stage 2 endometriosis. They said they removed it all, and that they checked my tubes and my tubes are clear. So if I wanted to get pregnant, I should have no problem doing so. You know, yada yada yada. They said it's going to grow back, which is kind of like, now I feel like I'm kind of on a time limit if I want to get pregnant. Which, FYI, I am single 1000%, not looking for no man, don't want to be with no man, not even interested in getting married anymore. Like, I'm just not into it no more, you know. So if you've been a viewer for a long time, you know that I've really always been kind of looking towards getting pregnant on my own with a sperm donor. A lot of women do it now. It's just kind of like the normal thing now. You know, they go and they get inseminated and they get pregnant with a donor sperm. That's what I'm considering doing. I've been considering doing that since I was like 18 years old. It has not changed. If anything, it's gotten like stronger, like the desire to do so. And my grandma gave me a little stipulation, and that stipulation is soon going to come to pass. So it may happen, it may not happen. Just subscribe and join the ride and you may see it. But anyway, for this video, I am going to try to film like every day for a week. I don't know how this video is really going to go, but I'm going to get up every morning, and for like my first pee of the morning, I'm going to take an ovulation test and see if I ovulate. I know they have like a basal body temperature. I do have one of those specifically for like ovulation, but I don't have time to do that every morning. Like when I wake up and I'm going to work or going to church, I'm on a time crunch. I don't have time to sit in this bed and wait 5 minutes for that, then go pee and wait 5 minutes for that. I don't have time in the morning for that. I'm really slow in the morning. So but yeah, these are the ovulation tests that I have. I got these from Amazon. These are the Pregmate ovulation tests. So this one comes with 100 test strips in here, and they also have their own little mobile app, which I might download the mobile app. But it was like 100 of these for like $25. So I said, why get the 50 when I can just get the 100? And they don't expire until 2027. So yeah, so this is what I am going to be using. So I also bought this little thing. It's a little, I wash it out, but it's a little pee cup, and it's collapsible. So if you're traveling and you want to see if you're ovulating, you just collapse it like this, but it opens all the way up like this. And it's cool because, you know, you can, it has a handle so you could pee inside of it. Then it has this little, I don't know if y'all can see these little, where you could put the test on, whether it's a pregnancy test or ovulation test. You can put that right there. Then you just clean it all out, and it's by Frida Baby. I don't know if y'all can see that. Frida Baby or whatever. And then you just, after it's dry, and it dries quickly too, you just go like this, put it back in your drawer. So I'll be peeing in this, then I'll be dipping in the ovulation test. I'm going to open these up for you. So tomorrow, October 5th, will be cycle day 10. So I'm going to start testing on cycle day 10 to see when and if I ovulate. And I'm going to do it every day until I get a positive ovulation test. So this is what it is. I'm not going to open it now, but I will open it in the morning and I will show you guys. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know how I'm going to film it, because I don't know if y'all really want to see my pee. Y'all may just see my pee for the first day, and then the other days I might just film the test after the 5 minutes. So you dip the test in, wait 5 seconds, then you know, you put the test down, and then you put a timer for 5 minutes, then you check the test, and you have to read it like at the 5 minute mark, because anytime later it could be inaccurate, and obviously anytime before as well. So that is what we are going to be doing until we get a bright positive ovulation test. I'm going to download their little app, and we'll just be going from there, y'all. But look how many are in here. So many in here. But yeah, if you guys have any kind of advice on how, you know, to make sure you're ovulating, what's the best way to know that you're ovulating, all that stuff. Like I know there's like the, you know, the cervical mucus and all that stuff. I don't think that's accurate, because lately, ever since I've had my diagnostic laparoscopy, around my ovulation time, I start spotting, like brown spotting. I had to literally wear my girl underwear again and put on a pad. That's how much it is. I don't know why that started happening. I might reach out to my doctor, my GYN. But I don't think that's accurate for every person. So yeah, I hope this video comes out good or anything. I don't really know how it's gonna turn out just yet, because I'm just starting. But I'm ready to go to bed because I gotta go to church. But I'll see you guys at 6 in the morning when I'm taking my ovulation test. All right, you guys. So today's date is Sunday, October 19th, 2025. I hope you guys can hear me, but I am on my way to church, running late as usual, but today is a completely different reason why I'm running late. So this is probably going to be the end, well, this is going to be the end of this seeing if I ovulate video, because I got up this morning and now I'm on my period. Like, I don't understand, because today would have been cycle day 24, but no, I was spotting at first, and then I'm literally getting ready to leave for church. Then of course, you know, I'm on my cycle, so well, I'm thinking it's just a discharge, because sometimes when my period starts for the first day, it's just discharge all day, and then it officially starts the next day. So that's what I'm thinking it is. So I'm like, oh, no big deal, blah blah blah. But then I'm getting ready to leave, and then I wipe and it's just bright red blood, and I'm like, well, that's crazy, you know. So I'm officially on my cycle now, which means that it's like my period was like, my cycle was 24 days, and I never did get a positive ovulation test, which is crazy to me. And since I've had my period, which I've had my period since I was 9, this will be the earliest I've ever started another period. I mean, I barely was done. Like, usually I think the earliest before was 28 days. Now we're at 24 days. That's crazy, y'all. So I don't know what's up with that, what I did differently this month to make it come on faster. I don't get it, but I never did ovulate. Like, I remember the very first day I took it was like, what, cycle day 9? It was like 0.72, which is the highest it's ever been this whole month. And I've been taking ovulation tests for a little while, and I've had positive ovulation tests. It's like, you know, it's like real, the lines are real dark, and when you take the picture, it'll say like 1.60 something. So it's like a positive ovulation test, you know. But it's like, it just seems like this month I didn't ovulate at all, and then it's like, boom, I'm back on my cycle, just like I didn't get off of it. Like, I don't understand, y'all. So I don't know if it's something I didn't do right, if I just got faulty tests, like, I don't know. But it's like, even when it comes to, like, you know, the cervical fluid, I didn't even have an abundance of that this month. That's what I was saying. I don't think I ovulated at all in October 2025. I don't think I ever did, because, you know, like, you know, little things, like sometimes, you know, you be turned on a little bit more, you know, like all that kind of stuff. I had none of that this month. Like, I don't even think I had ovulation at all, or was fertile at all. You know, you have like your fertile week. I had none of that. It's just like, I went on my period, got off my period, and I'm back on my period. So it's like, what in the world? And I'm just kind of frustrated, because it's like, now I have to sit there, and I work 6 days this week. So it's like, I have to be at work every day this week when I'm not feeling well. And I feel so bad on my cycle, and I just don't understand. I sat there and had that surgery, the diagnostic laparoscopy, and they removed the cyst, and they removed all the endometriosis, they said. And it's like, it just seems like my cycle has gotten worse since then. And I thought, well, I guess I hoped that it would have been better when the endometriosis is gone, you know. And that's why it's just so crazy to me, because it's like, that's why I kind of feel like I'm in a rush to have a kid, because it's like, when it comes back, what if it does clog up my tubes, you know? Because it's like, you know, and then also it's just, I just don't want to keep having this period once a month. Like, my periods are so draining mentally and physically. And it's like, for example, it took me 20 minutes to just use the bathroom and get out the house today. It never takes me that long. Granted, I never leave the house on time like I want to. Work, appointments, church, whatever. But no, I left my house at like 8:15. I never leave this late, you know. But it's like, I'm sitting there wiping, and then it's like, I needed to go get a tampon, and I moved my tampons and pads out of the bathroom because I need to fill them up. But I'm over here like, oh, it's just the day where I'm just going to be having discharge. No, it's bright red blood. And it's like, it's crazy to me that it's just, my cycle has changed so drastically now that it's like, I bleed so heavy all 4 days, and then it's like the 5th day is, depending on what kind of month, I may not bleed at all, or it's just like a little bit lighter. But it's like, this is ridiculous. Like, back in the day, on my first day, it would be like a little bit of cramping, but it would just be all discharge. Then the second day is when the bad cramping would be. But now it's just all 4 days. It's just horrible. And it's just like, why is my periods getting worse than getting better? Like, I would think for sure that, oh my gosh, is Wawa closed? sorry, I just seen that. Like, that's crazy. But that's just crazy to me that like my periods have changed so much. And it's like, and to me it's like, now that I'm a working person, I want to be on my A game when I'm at work. I'm working with children, I'm working with babies, I'm giving vaccines. And it's like, when you're not thinking clearly because you're in so much pain, I could potentially give the wrong vaccine to the wrong patient. And it's just like, it's not as like, not as big of a deal like it was when I was not working. You know, now that I work a full-time job and I'm working in healthcare, I need to be able to focus, you know. And it's just like, I feel like I can never focus because I'm always in pain. And even though it's only 5 days out of a month, that's 5 days where I'm working on your child. Would you want me to work on your child when I don't even know my name on my period because I'm in that much pain? I wouldn't want to work on my own child feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I've gotten to a point now where it's like almost every month I have to take at least one oxycodone, and I still have them from my surgery, which I know they're probably expired or whatever, but they still work. But that's the thing, it's getting to the point where that's the only thing that works, and that's not okay. Like, I should not have to rely on a opioid for my period cramps. Like, why won't they give me something else? And it's like, I don't care how many times I go to the GYN for pain, they just don't care. They just say, oh, well, you can only take Tylenol, you know, we can get birth control. I've been on birth control since I was 13 years old, and it does not help with the cramps. It helps with the period, yeah, because it comes on the same time every month, but it does not help with the cramps. Like, there has to be something out there, y'all. There's no way that the only pain medications are ibuprofen, Tylenol, and narcotics. There is something more out there. They're just not willing to try anything. And it's like, just act like you care a little bit, y'all. So I'm just so frustrated, and I hate my period, y'all. And it's just like, if there was a pain relief, I would be okay. Everything else is whatever. Yeah, I may bleed a lot and it's annoying, and I get the period poops and I have the butt cramps and everything, but that's why they got tampons, that's why they got pads, that's why they got, you know, the little cups and stuff. That's okay, but it's the pain I can't get past. I can't get past being bent over in pain for 24 hours on my first and second day. It keeps me up at night. I can't focus during the day. That's not okay, y'all. So it's like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I can see why people sometimes end their life over their cycle, because this is just not a way to live. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do to stop it. I asked for a overall hysterectomy. They don't want to do that because I'm so young and I want to have kids, but I also don't want to be in pain all the time. So it's like, it gets to the point where, is it really even worth it to have kids? I can't even ovulate because my cycle decides to come back on. So yeah, y'all, to answer the question of, do I ovulate? At least for October 2025, I guess I don't. I can't say that I never do, because I've had, I think, 3 positive ovulation tests in my life. So I know that I do some months, it's just not every month. So when it comes to trying to conceive, it's not going to be easy for me, but I know that if it is in the Lord's will, it will happen. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, y'all. Yeah, sorry for the long video, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to know when I post, and share this video with your friends. And if you have any advice on period cramps, on periods in general, on ovulation tests, or trying to conceive, maybe I should have taken them twice a day, but they also say if you drink a whole bunch of water, that's not going to be an accurate test because your pee is going to be watered down. Maybe I should try the basal body temperature, but it's like, I just don't think I ovulated at all. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, love you.